Runaway robot.
I'm prepared.
You know how
Welcome.
prepared I am? Sorry.
Welcome to DieFall The Aspects, some episode number. You know what? I always forget to check this, but every time I do, I go look. Episode 40.
30
What?
bazillion.
Episode 40. We are the Big 4-0, or otherwise known as our 36th birthday for the 4th time. So we're just riding that train, boys. But yeah, this is welcome to episode 40 of DieFall The Aspects. It's been a while. Our last show was on December 9th. So as everyone may or may not know that. So it's been a little bit. Holidays played a lot into that. So hopefully we can get pretty good into it today. Kind of recap as we go along. But as we start most of our shows, I like to go around the room and ask how people have been. And since it's been a while, we haven't talked in a while. So Tom, like a fox, how have you been, buddy? Have you played anything interesting? How was the holidays? Come on, man, fill me in.
Wow, that's a big question right there. The holidays for me are a time to hide from the world. None of my family celebrate, so it's just peace and quiet time. We spent a couple of days with some friends, played a load of board games, you know, that kind of thing. Playing anything interesting? Actually, not really. Been having fun. But I'm playing like 5-year-old games right now. I've literally just this week, for the first time in my life, played GTA 5.
Nice. Okay.
Same.
Cool.
I'm absolutely addicted to it.
Nice.
Like, the story mode is so much fun. Like the switching back between all the different characters and all the stuff that goes on. It's a lot of fun. I'm really I'm
Good.
kind of no-lifing that at the minute. Which is great. In other news, 2019 is going to be a really interesting year for me.
I saw some of those announcements.
Yeah.
You want to say anything about that right now?
Yeah, I mean, there's basically today was like the first day of rebranding. So I've today uploaded all brand new channel art onto every channel and every social media site. Completely redid my Twitch channel page, new panels, removed some old irrelevant ones, spruced up the ones that are there.
Nice, dude.
And just generally getting ready for a really big change in 2019. The content on my channels is going to change as well to go along with the rebrand.
Mm-hmm.
So although I'll still be on Twitch as a variety streamer, my overall brand is going to be much more heavily focused on esports.
Excellent.
That's going to involve me I've got a volunteer position as a caster for a Paladins tournament organizer, which is hopefully my first step into sometime in 2019 becoming like a paid shoutcaster for esports.
Yeah, man.
And
That'd be great.
the long-term goal for the Like a Fox brand is to move into actual esports production itself. So, but that's a long term.
That's the far in the future dream. There you go.
Yeah, that's the 20 steps down the road dream.
Cool, man. Well, congrats on the rebrand and good luck with the 2019 stuff.
How
Glad to have you back here on the show. It's gonna be a good 2019, man. I'm looking forward to it.
It is.
So how about we'll continue on your screen? We'll go up and around counterclockwise here. So, Mr. Rel, how have you been? What have you been playing? What's going on?
Been pretty dang good. Been playing GTA as well, but it's been GTA Online with my collab buddies, and I'm kind of iffy on the whole GTA Online experience because while it is just amazingly fun and you can just do all kinds of wacky and crazy shenanigans, the actual gameplay aspect of it is very grindy.
Yeah.
And it isn't really, that grind isn't really alleviated by having multiple people, because if you want to like get the most out of it, you each have to have your own businesses and each do the individual ones. Like there's no way to just become a crew, which is, how you organize. And then everyone does a thing and everyone gets an equal share. You
Mhm.
know, it's the president who gets the lion's share, and then everyone else gets a token amount of money. Let's see. Otherwise, Monster Hunter World Behemoth has come
Behemoth
out
is released.
for
Yeah.
PC. I spent some time this morning trying to do that. Failed miserably, not because of me, because other people don't know how to MMO boss.
Yeah.
Behemoth-
I've heard lots of terror stories about at least on the PS4 back when it was released.
Well,
There
here's
was
the
a-
thing. Here's the thing. And I say this to all the Monster Hunter World players out there, especially the ones on PC.
Ooh.
It's not hard. Behemoth is not hard. It's an MMO boss. When he casts Charybdis, you move away from the group so you don't drop the tornado right on the middle of the dang battlefield. He drops Meteor, you get out of the dang Meteor.
Bro, who hurt you?
Get the fuck out of the AoE.
So, and tag on to that rant, Rel, your new mic sounds fantastic.
Ooh.
I just want to point that
thank
out.
you.
It sounds really
You've never
good.
sounded so good when
You sound really
getting
clear,
mad.
crisp. Did you picked up the 2020?
Yes, I did.
Nice. It sounds fantastic. So,
Yeah,
hey,
I actually
yeah.
moved it from that side of my desk to that side of my desk because, you know, otherwise it still blocked my dang face. I feel like
Yeah.
this is a lot better.
It does. It sounds
Um,
great, man.
So other than Monster Hunter World, nothing much. But in terms of what's coming up for me in 2019, Hollow Knight's going to be done on the channel. I'm finishing up a blind playthrough of it. I am beating the true final boss. After that, there might be some PS4 content because of my new.
Just
Christmas
got
gift.
it. Heck yeah, man.
Ooh.
Dude, you got it. Go pick up Bloodborne. Just go play
Persona
Bloodborne.
5.
Okay,
That too.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I recorded a brief, not unboxing, but like pre-unboxing, just to show off the box.
The pre.
Yeah, and there's gonna be some announcements once I get it on my computer and edit it a little bit. There's gonna be some announcements about the kind of games that I'm intending to play for the channel.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be good.
Well, awesome, Rel. Glad to have you back. Looking forward to 2019 here as well. Mr. Bonus _stage_ Rob.
It
How you
me.
been, buddy?
I'm
How was the
good.
holiday? How you doing?
It was pretty good. You know, I survived. Survived the holiday. Survived so many family. So very many. I come from an
Yeah.
Italian family, so I mean, it's like everybody kind of crawls out of the woodwork. It's like cousins I didn't remember existed. You know, it's a whole thing. No, it was
Good.
a good time. I got a functioning phone, so that's tight. It's all I really needed.
Good.
And yeah, I'm doing well.
Just chilling, hanging out.
Yeah.
Played anything new and exciting?
New, no. Exciting, sure.
Okay.
Fallout 76 hurt me in ways I can't explain.
Sure.
Fallout 76 betrayed me. Bethesda
Yeah.
betrayed my trust. And so I've been playing Fallout 4 for like 3 days because I've still got that itch. And I'm like, man, I wanted
You know-
this to be good. Let me go back to a time when it was. Neat. All right.
You know, the
Pretend
really,
new one didn't happen.
you know what's funny, Rob,
Yeah.
is about a week ago, me and like one of my best online friends, we both bought Fallout 76 on G2A for $15.
Oh my god.
Literally just so we could go online and experience the hell that everyone's been through.
It's
And we literally we played like
horrendous.
2 hours just laughing the whole time, like, it's as bad as everyone said. I got a little bit disappointed. It's actually as bad as everybody
Yeah.
said.
And I didn't want that. I didn't want it to be bad. Like, I love Bethesda despite all their
It
Bethesda.
should have been amazing.
It just got worse and worse and worse.
And
I was like,
despite
how do
how
you
bad it
keep
is,
fucking this
it-
up.
still looks gorgeous. I thought the
Environments, yes.
Yes, the environments. That's what I'm talking about. The environments look great.
Textures and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like
Don't get too close to anything.
yeah, from a distance it looks incredible, but
The photo
God
mode is also fun when you're playing with
damn
friends.
it. Yeah. I don't know, man. Ugh.
I do
Well,
feel
I'm glad
bad
you-
for all
you
the
found
really
something to
hardcore
fill-
Fallout fans.
To fill that hole.
The holes are being filled, man. The holes are being filled. But
Okay.
yeah. But yeah,
Oh, God.
I guess since people are talking about 2019 things, more of the same but improved, I guess, for me.
That's always good.
I'm despite the disgusting mess that YouTube is, I miss making videos and
Like
so,
dedicated YouTube content.
yeah,
same.
and so I mean I'm
Yeah.
trying something out right now where I started doing an all 4-star run of Overcooked 2 because I am obsessed with that game. Like I get bored and I do the new game plus and I just try to like really grind out the stars and everything in my personal time. So
Sure.
I was like, oh, why don't I just do that on stream? That's fun.
Mhm.
And I've been having a good time with it. First stream went really well. I cut it up into what's gonna be like 5 videos. So it's like, you know, maybe I'll ease my way back into YouTube that way. Because I'm essentially just doing a let's play recording whenever I'm streaming. So I
Yep.
figure kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Might as well, man.
Oh, sorry, don't tell PETA. Feed 2 birds with 1 scone, right? That's the
Yes.
that's the thing
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
we're
that's the
saying
thing.
now.
That's the thing.
Not
Cool.
to feed a fed horse on the matter, you know.
Go ahead and feed them and just fatten them up. I'll eat those birds.
Professor Saccharum, let's round it out here, bud. How you been? How was the holiday?
Oh
What's up?
man, December as a whole has just been all sorts of chaos, but like in a kind of a good way. Like things, like personal things in the background are happening, which is really really nice. Because they needed to happen for a long time. But I won't get into all that. But I went MIA because I was trying to figure out the hell was going on with my computer, and I've done every which way thing. And it seems like today I finally actually figured it out, what really needed to happen. It was absolutely, because I tried updating my drivers previously, and it didn't seem to be the thing, but then I did it today, and it was okay.
Sure.
So, okay, sure.
Yeah, just didn't take the first time.
Yeah, it like wasn't telling me that I had drivers that needed to be updated or anything, and I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. And so there's that, but that's happened. On my downtime though, because personally I've just been playing some stuff. I've been playing Owlboy a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I had it a while. I've had it for a while, and kind of started it one night randomly, and it was late at night, and it was kind of intense to start, and I was like, you know what? I'll pick this up another time. So I restarted it, and I've been having a blast with it. It's so good and so pretty, and I'm just like, wow, why didn't I play this sooner?
Dude, I had such a grudge against Owlboy for the story specifically, but also for certain aspects of the gameplay, like the fact that there's no map.
Yeah,
That's
get
kind
that.
of bugged me.
I do remember you getting particularly salty in Discord, Ro, when you were doing it for your channel or doing it for review.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there are definitely flaws with it, but it's just like the music is gorgeous. I love the soundtrack for it. I feel like really involved with the story, which is nice. Personally, and I get where it's going, but I enjoy it. That it's been a fun little hoot that I've been having. But
Good.
2019 looks
Wow,
like it's gonna
that
be
was a
coming
terrible
together.
pun.
All that.
Okay. Good. I'm glad, man. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad you found something you're enjoying on your own time too.
Yeah, I needed it.
So I think before we get super into actually doing some Dungeons and Dragons stuff, we've been derelict in our duties of doing goals for quite some time now. So on stream today, I went and I went through and I assigned some experience point values to some of the things that are going to be struck off this current list. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Group goals. Find and rescue the Lady Tasir into immediate custody. Man, that feels really good. You kind of did that. So it didn't really, we didn't specify in what condition. So each of you will take 1,100 experience.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
give me
that group
370
goal
more.
is currently gone. Wait, do you have a level up?
Almost. Give me 400 more.
Give me 400.
Experience, Daddy, please.
Give me 400.
Please.
I don't know if you're ready for level 6, so maybe not. Okay. So the secondary group goal is party overcomes the needs of the self and puts party above any other goal. A unifying cause. Has not been addressed yet. And the last one currently active is cure Ignis of the effects of Karis's curse. Currently not active. Or no, that is active. Sorry, just currently not done yet. Individual goals. Ignis, find your daddy. Return to Earl Reese War Camp with Tassir alive. Escape Adis with entire party and Tassir alive. So these are things that you are in work on.
Still working hard.
Yep. Miera, obtain divine knowledge of your brother's whereabouts. Haven't been able to do that yet.
Nah.
Familiarize yourself with the desert terrain. Kind of in work as you guys are in the desert. It's basically that's what's happening. And what does it mean to follow Nos? Right. Still trying to figure out what all those things are about. Any changes that you want to make to any of these, or are you feeling pretty good?
I think I'm feeling pretty good about these still. Yeah, they're all things that I want to work towards, so.
Cool. Darien, familiarize yourself with the desert terrain. You're kind of like in process of doing so as you guys are in here, so. Keep Ignis from dying in the desert. Protect and ensure his survival. I discussed this with chat this morning. You're still in the desert. But you did sacrifice your body for him. Take 500 experience points.
Sure did.
Because
Thanks, Dad.
had the potential to kill you.
I'm looking at my character sheet with 0 hit points and 1 failed save.
Yeah, it did have the potential to kill you.
Oh, it sure did.
We did revive you, though. I think you have one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah.
Well earned, my dude. Well earned.
And the last, so that's an open slot currently. I'm gonna call that an open slot.
Okay.
Because you've technically got experience for it.
Okay.
Guide Miera in her new faith. Play the youth minister. You have yet to have opportunity to do that.
Yeah, too busy getting stabbed by small children.
Yeah.
In the life.
Yeah. Small gnome children have stabbed you. But yeah, so you have an open slot currently. Is there something you would like to do?
Okay, so I have a weird question because I don't want this to be like my free experience goal. Darien will always want to protect Ignis.
Yes.
I think that's more of like a character trait at this point. Like it's cool that I got experience, but it's like that's never not going to be his goal. So since I already got experience on it, should I just come up with something?
I would like
different?
that because as you've said, it's literally a character trait.
Yeah.
It's a character trait. It will never not be a thing.
Right.
Unless Ignis like burns your family's home to the ground or something like that. But like,
right. I mean, well,
probably wouldn't.
Then it's
not on
vengeance
purpose,
on Ignis.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
he would do it by accident.
yeah, absolutely.
I think it's gonna be like figure out a way to heal Tassir's mind, like clearly, like I don't know if there's any lasting effects now that we've killed the beholder, but like her mind was clearly fucked up.
Okay. So you want to evaluate
and I guess ensure that she's like okay.
You evaluate Tassir's health after being in the thrall of the beholder.
Yeah.
This will update as you figure out what it is.
Okay.
If there's anything, right?
Sure.
But like, okay, let's say she's fine. Great. Everything's good. Right? It's all good.
Yeah.
But let's say there's an issue. Well, then you're going to want to figure out the issue, and that's your current goal.
Of course.
Works for me.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Hathol. Your first goal here is no gnolls in Adis. I can tell you right now, the null threat in Adis has been currently removed. Take 500 experience.
Well, hey. Thanks.
You have done so. So that leaves you a blank. Find a way to get back to Druvani's realm, and then learn about other aspects and history of the aspects and the politics thereof.
Yeah. Okay. So those second two, I'm happy to keep.
Okay. Do you have a first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how to phrase this? I want to demonstrate my commitment to the party visibly, so that the party members can see that.
Okay. So this is hearkening back to the party trusting you, but you're kind of so you're like trying to renew your vows here and demonstrate your commitment, or like what's the what is the end goal for this? I guess is like what is Hathol's end goal here?
To prove that party comes first.
Okay.
Wow.
This somewhat ties in with the top one, but this is Hathol specific. So yeah, that works. That's totally a goal. Great. I think that works most of our goals. We have a empty group goal. So did you guys discuss any of this, or you have a group goal you'd like to add?
See,
Verbal
that's
ideas are good.
That's
No, I
something we
know.
could discuss.
Where to start? That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say get the hell out of the desert, but that's part of a goal we already have. Where's our current goal? There we go.
Well, our current goals right now are cure Ignis of Karsus' curse and improving group cohesion, or making sure that everybody
Oh,
matters.
right.
'Cause- Yeah.
Get the hell out of the desert?
So what? Return to
You return to the war camp or Erdrick or something.
okay. So give me a place.
Let's see. I mean, I had something else written down. I'm not exactly sure when the hell I even wrote it, but escape the desert with the party and to see her alive.
You have that.
That's your goal.
That is
That's
your
a
personal goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I just said escape Adis.
But you changed it, and it's currently now escape Adis with Tissir alive and return to Earl Reese Wars Camp with Tissir alive. Your personal goals have Tissir attached to them.
Right.
So the group goal could be like return to Earl Reese War Camp. Like that's
Okay.
your group goal. Or it could be venture out into the desolation and destroy where evil comes from, right? Like you can have you could do that. That's up to
Well,
you.
do we want to
but-
make a long-term goal, like, or do we want something that's going to be a little bit shorter, guys?
Well,
Well-
what as a group is our next destination? I guess is the question.
I think the war. Well, honestly, I think the war camp.
Because
On the
I would
assumption that
either
Hathol
that
finds
or
his relic.
go right into Erdrick.
Is the war camp the best place for us to be able to figure out this curing Ignis thing?
No.
we tried to do it
Yeah.
there.
So maybe
And they
maybe
didn't really
we need
have
to
an
figure out
answer.
we need to figure out where we need to go or what we need to do to achieve that cure Ignis goal. Otherwise, that's going to be sitting there forever.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine that the destination as to where we are going is involved in that, and I know I did not word that quite right.
But if the destination you're suggesting is the war camp and you've already tried to cure yourself at the war camp, then
Well,
right, but so the war camp is also by Erdrick. Which
Mhm.
you know there's also personal goals for people in here to free Erdrick of its current rule.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna. Is that your personal goal
and
right now,
I-
Ignis?
But like I don't know
Um,
what Hathol wants out of the group goals too, right? Like what's his deal? What does he want to do?
so to answer Prof's question, my current personal goals are mostly just get Tissir out of there. Return to Erdrick and free Erdrick are going to be future goals if I can actually clear those.
Because I would say probably a party goal would be to reclaim Erdrick, but I also don't know Hathol's stance on a lot of
Well,
things.
Right, and that's something you guys can kind of figure out as like in character as well. But Tom can be on the edge, be like, okay, well, I know Hathol is going to is basically he's like, all right, let's go along for the ride here. Maybe he needs to do some soul searching or something like that. It's up to him.
Yeah.
But as a group goal, you can leave it blank for right now, especially if it's something that's long term and you're not going to do today. It's okay to leave it blank and discuss it outside of the show.
Or the characters discuss it. I mean, the characters might not have.
Yeah, they
That's
might
right.
not have.
Like it might be something that comes up in conversation in the session.
Sure,
You know
and
what I mean?
that's totally fine too.
And that would also be working toward our last goal too of everybody mattering.
But that's also so in that case in discussing it as player or as characters, it can stay blank for right now.
Yeah,
Right?
I think
Like
that's
it's not
probably
something
it.
that needs to
Yeah.
be filled out currently. So
Yeah.
we can
I think
I'm
that's our
good
best
with leaving
bet.
it blank.
Okay. So I think that handles our goals for today. So we find ourselves in the end, like we get our DieFall, the aspects right up over Adis once again, and then we shoot downwards, the camera going through the red cliffs of Adis, deeper and deeper down until it finds themselves in the tomb, where we see our heroes battling against the many-eyed beholder creature with its white smoke pouring out of its eyes, its beams going from all the eyeballs, people falling left and right, tentacles gripping out from walls, and then the final blast from Hathol wrenching the beast from the air, and it's slamming to the ground, and a bunch of green electricity. And then exploding over the party in a fit of pent up arcane energy, almost killing the party as a whole. We watch as like Hathol dives in front of Miera, who protects Balmiar's body with hers, and as Darien scoops his lord up into his arms and protects him from the blast, slumping over and almost dying. I believe where we ended the scene, Miera had healed Balmiar, and Hathol had stabilized. I think you stabilized Darien?
Darien, I believe, yeah.
Okay. And then Ignis was healed by Miera?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So prior to those things happening, we hover over Ignis's face for a moment. Him being knocked cold out on the ground, Darien's body slumped over his before Miera can get to him. We dive deeper into his mind, and we find Ignis in a dense white fog, just standing, and he goes, and all of a sudden he has breath in his lungs, and he's in this dense, foggy area. And there doesn't seem to be anything around him. Ignis, what would you like to do?
Hello? Hello?
The words
Darien?
echo around you kind of weirdly. They don't seem muffled by the mist itself, but they seem somewhat otherworldly as they stretch on from you.
Miera? Crazy desert man? Balmiar?
Time passes. Nothing answers you. But as you kind of just find yourself in the mist, in the fog, something coalesces in front of you. It takes shape and it takes form, and it looks familiar, similar to you in a way.
Hello? Who's there? Who are you?
Kind of stepping through this formation, translucent in nature, you see your father, the Duke of Erdrick.
Dad?
And you see
What are you doing here? What is here?
a
Where are
smile stretched across his face. He looks familiar to you, but different in a way that you haven't noticed. He didn't have the scars on his face before. Burn marks on his cheek. You can see there's blood soaking through his shoulder, but he still wears a warm smile.
Dad?
And he addresses you. Ah, my son. This day I thought would be much further in the future than now, but it is finally my time. I haven't been able to teach you all of the things that it means to be a duke, but it is your birthright, as my first son, to take the highest seat of Erdrick.
Dad, I'm so sorry. I couldn't find you. I
okay.
looked everywhere.
It's okay. These past weeks have been much pain for me, and it is time that I go and join your mother. I know you will do what's right for the city, and I know you will do what's right for our family. Despite which, some people may think that you may not have their best interests at heart. You're a good lad. I'm proud to have called you my son, and I'm happy that you have found your sister.
Dad,
Return to Erdrick and take back what's ours.
Dad, don't go, Dad. There's so much you haven't told me. There's so much I haven't said.
A secondary form pulls up out of the fog behind him, and through steps what you remember as a small child being your mother, her long curled blonde hair, fine gnomish features, wearing one of her finer red Erdrickian gowns. She reaches out for your father. Ignarius, it's time, my love. Come. And Ignis turns, goes, nods. My son, you will do well. I have faith in you. And as he backs up towards your mother, his long-lost wife, you watch as the neck begins to cut across and blood seeps out from it. And then he vanishes into the mist.
Just want to reach out for him.
Yeah. And as you do so, Miera places her hand on your chest, her magic suffusing your body, and you're brought back into consciousness in the deep, dark dankness of the tomb.
Oh,
Ignis, are you all right?
Let's table that for another time.
I'll kind of
Where's
just,
Darien?
hold his
Where's
face.
Tasir?
You look over, Darien is laying on the ground, hastily bandaged by Hathol. He seems stable.
Where's my sister? And I'm gonna try and stand up.
Sure.
Can I help
You
him?
make your effort to stand. Yeah, you make your effort to stand.
And I'm gonna just start stumbling my way back down the room toward the antechamber.
Yeah, you do so, kind of leaning on the wall and on Miera. Do you help him all the way over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna help him all the way over. Careful, Ignis. Don't push yourself too hard.
Yeah. So Ignis hastily makes his way to the antechamber where the wall lies still open as the doorway of the mural. And behind one of the columns, you find your sister, the Lady Tasir, still bound by all of the ropes and wrappings. You see that blood has soaked through and soaked into the ropes where she had struggled against them. She has cuts and abrasions along her body, and she seems unconscious.
I'm gonna feed her a healing potion.
Yeah, sure. You pop a cork open on one of your healing potions, and you give it to her.
Should I roll for HP?
Yeah, sure.
I think it's still 3d8.
Yeah, so you pop open one of these bottles and dump it into her mouth, and you kind of have to coax it down because she doesn't seem to be taking any liquid at all and seems to be kind of barely breathing. She doesn't awake. She seems catatonic.
Oh, no. Here, help me cut the ropes.
Right. I'll help him cut the ropes.
Yeah, pull out some knives. You cut through the ropes. she slumps out of the ropes that were holding her together and kind of just lays there.
Can you carry her back inside?
Yes, I will do that.
All right, I'm gonna head back indoors.
Yeah, so you head back through the open mural, and walk back to the place where Hathol is resting and Darien is laying.
Let's see. Is Darien conscious?
He is currently unconscious but stable.
Okay. All right. If he's stable, then I guess I'll let him sit for now. And my sister's still kind of unconscious.
Who's carrying her?
I am.
Yeah, her head's like lolled backwards, but she's cradled like easily in Miara's arm. She's a very, very small gnome girl.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'd like to look around and see if there's anything else out there that's going to kill us.
I mean, yeah, make a perception check. Rob, can you roll me a 1d4, please?
Heck yeah.
Perception.
Okay.
Right,
Without aid, Darien, it will be 3 hours before you awake.
I'm sleeping.
Hathol, what are you doing right now?
I was just remaining in the room watching over Darien while the other two went to get to see her.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm just taking a lot of weird shit in.
Sure. So in front of you, you see the pillar, right? The pillar has this orb upset at its top. It kind of exudes a similar white mist that the monster did from its eyes. Looking at it now and maybe getting a little bit closer to it, you see there's carving on the pillar itself. But as of right now, without any additional light or anything, it's pretty hard to make out what's actually going on.
All right. You know what? I may need an assistant, so I'm gonna expend my last spell slot and get Darien up.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Did you already have a potion today?
You guys took
Yikes.
a long rest prior to opening the door, so no one has.
Okay.
Oh, great. I'll give him a potion then. Oh, then I should restore my spell slots.
Yeah.
Oh
you
no,
guys,
wait. I used them. Never mind. I used them in the fight.
Yeah.
But I will give him a potion.
Okay.
So let me roll 3d8.
Uh,
Have 12 HP back.
Oh, thanks.
Can I approach the pillar and try and make out the writing?
Sure. Again,
Whoops.
it's dark and it seems spread out over the length of it. You're not certain what language this is in.
Oh, damn! There's me hoping it's Hobgoblin.
All right. I think once Darien's actually conscious, I'm gonna go and inspect the beholder's corpse or whatever's left of it.
There's not much left. You do find like one of the eye stalks kind of over in a corner and like one of the teeth. Most of it is just goo and gore, and some of it evaporated in the sheer power of the explosion.
I am going to take one of the stalks and any of the teeth because my history with magical creatures is that you can use their parts for magic.
Sure.
So they have some value.
So you found one eye stalk that wasn't severely damaged. So you do find that, and then you find like a couple of the sharp teeth, 2 or 3. The rest of it seems to have been blasted on the walls around you. Some of you are covered in it, so
I'm awake at this point.
you are currently conscious. Yep. So
Okay.
Ignis pops open a bottle and, as many times as he has before, pops it in your mouth and you chug it down. And Darien, you are back to your consciousness. You wake up. You see Ignis, as per usual, walking around collecting gross things. Miara is cradling the small unconscious form of the Lady Tisir, and Hathol seems to be inspecting the monolith.
I'll go up to Ignis and just Take care, my lord. This was a vile creature. I hesitate to think. Oh God, my head is jelly.
Well, it seems to have been properly disintegrated, so I think we're all right. Unless it had a mate. Do beholders usually come in pairs? Would I know that?
I don't think you know what a beholder is. We had discussed that previously. I don't think Ignis has any idea. You know,
Well,
there's creatures of the dark denizens, but you're not necessarily sure what or what they are or what their mating habits are.
All right. Well, then I think we're safe, unless this thing had a mate, in which case, if it does, run.
I think if this creature had a mate, we would know about it by now.
Hathol, as you
Good point.
wander around the monolith and taking in the fact that it seems that every side of it is covered in these kind of similar engravings. You notice on the backside, and as you walk around, that there's a large hole in the far wall.
Oh, so there's a hole in the wall behind the monolith.
Correct.
Okay. I shall investigate said hole.
Sure. Yeah. You walk over to the hole, further away from the light of the monolith, and kind of take a look inside. It's cavernous, and it seems to have these regular ridges on the inside, and it looks like whatever had happened here had touched the wall and then continued onwards past it. And touching the wall had knocked a whole bunch of the wall out and inward. But as you look inside of it, it's a cavern that's probably like 40 feet in diameter.
Wow.
And it kind of extends in both left and right of you, as far as you can see, twisting off into the distance.
I'll just call out to the group. Friends, I think you may want to come and see this.
Yeah, so I'll take a look over at what Hathol's looking at.
It is a large cavern. It's whatever had happened here. It looked like it had brushed into the wall, creating a hole. And then as you look inside and stand in it, it is just towering how large it is. And it extends downwards to your left and upwards-ish to the right, but it kind of twists off and you can't really tell how far it goes.
You said you've never been in this reliquary, right, Hathol?
I've never been in here before.
I wonder if this creature didn't, or something else didn't burrow in here.
Do you think this leads to the surface?
It's hard to tell, my lord.
All right.
Also, Darien, I want to give you some commendations. You used the word reliquary correctly.
Thank you. I did my required reading.
Darien,
did my Ignis homework.
Well, we had previous instances where he didn't know various words that Ignis used, and I thought reliquary seems like a $5 word.
So, trying to recall things that have happened in the past.
Sure.
Possibly a very large burrowing creature has come through here. We've already encountered one very large burrowing creature on this voyage.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
Sorry, I'm like 3 encounters. I only have a memory that goes back like 2 or 3.
I don't remember if the previous burrowing creature was big enough to make this hole, or if this hole is reminiscent of an even bigger burrowing creature.
The second one of those, yes.
Okay, because I vaguely remember hobgoblins warning us of an even bigger burrowing creature. After
you would
we
know
met the first burrowing creature.
You would know about it. Remember, you guys had kind of waited off to the side for what they were calling the Mahan Keet.
The Mahan Keet, that's the one.
Right. Which for us and the laymen is enormous sandworms.
Do we not have something that we can stab in the ground and run away? Didn't the hobgoblin give us something?
That's just a signpost that says "Look out."
It's a warning.
That's if
no.
Right.
No, I thought it was like an item that would actually assist us in escaping.
Tom is correct.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Tom
Yeah.
is remembering
Oh.
this correctly.
Oh,
The item that you guys have, if I can, I'm gonna find the name for you here. Hang on.
I thought it was literally
I
just a warning
swear
sign
that
seeing
I-
giant sandworm. Look out.
I swear that I
It's-
asked this,
Uh-huh.
and you said no, it's not.
I said you don't know. Yeah. So she handed you something called the Gajrani.
Hmm.
I believe it was eventually identified by Ignas. Gajrani translates into thumper. It is a forearm-length wood bone stake with druidic runes on the handle, and it seems to have a spell imbued into it that releases when thrust into the ground.
I don't remember identifying this, but then again, it's been a few weeks, so could just
Regardless, you have a thing.
Yes.
Second to this, would you like to investigate the cavern, maybe?
Mm,
be that.
not really. I don't really want to go in there. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
I want to
have-
go. I
You have
want to
some
go.
people that are in, getting good at recognizing desert signs. It might be worth your while.
I also
Yeah.
want to ask friends, can you check this monolith with me and tell me if you recognize this writing?
Well, I want to go check
Uh,
on Tasir before I do
Yeah, I was
anything
gonna say
else.
I've been cradling her this whole time,
Yeah.
and I'm not even close to it right now.
Yeah, no, sure. So Darien, you walk over to Miara. She's holding the lady Tasir, probably, coddling her, like brushing her hair out of her face or something like that.
Have you healed her?
Ignis gave her a potion. Her wounds are cured, but she hasn't awoken.
You see Darien, like where, you remember the ropes had bound her previously and how it had, you had healed that. You see some of the signs of like freshly scarred from healings where some of them were like healed partially, but not all the way
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. You see where like blood stained some of her clothes.
This poor girl. This was probably completely beyond her comprehension.
She had no idea what she was getting into, and we didn't either. We were lucky that we are here. We have to get her to safety soon. To a healer, a proper healer.
I just fear that this is beyond any healer that the Erdrickian forces have. I've never encountered a creature like that. Never even heard of a creature like that.
We're also not scholars.
Hathol, can you
Mhm.
speak to her mind?
I can attempt. Yeah.
I don't know if it requires the subject to be conscious.
I don't know myself, actually. Just says to a creature within range. So all right. I shall attempt to use message on Tasir.
Yeah. What do you say?
Little girl, are you there? Can you hear me?
It feels like as if you had said the message in a deep ravine or something like that. It seems to echo around, but you don't hear a response.
I'm unsure if she heard me, but I know for a certainty she didn't respond.
All right. Can you try and contact her again periodically to see if she does?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So we have a giant cave. My sister is unconscious. And our magical javelin is in the ceiling.
Yes, as you all look up above, about 40 feet up into the air where the cavern meets its point at the top, the spear is embedded deeply with crackling around it for where the lightning of it had struck.
Anyone good at climbing?
I should probably give it a try. I might need a little bit of a lift. I might just be able to grab it.
It is
No.
40 feet in the air.
No. I meant with pitons.
I should be able to.
All right. I'll
We got
lend.
rope, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have any more rope. I know I have pitons, just as a matter of course. Do I have any rope?
Can I Can I attempt something here, guys?
Don't lasso the magical item.
What?
Hathol, what do you want to do?
Also, please don't teleport up to it.
No, I wasn't going to teleport up to it because I don't think I'd
Hexblade
do
it.
very well on a 40-foot drop.
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna thunderstep, grab it, and then we're gonna catch him.
Just wondering if I can agonizing blast it and use my grasp of Hadar to pull it down.
Okay.
But then again, grasp of Hadar says it works on a creature, not on an item.
Ceiling crumbling down.
Hey, I have good aim.
Bad.
I can get just. It's all right. I don't think it will work because grasp of Hadar works on a creature, not on a magical item.
Post grasp.
Slime.
Post grasp for me, please. When you hit something with your Eldritch Blast, you can move it 10 feet closer to you. You can move a creature in a straight line 10 feet closer to you.
Yeah, also, I don't know if
It
an
specifies
Eldritch...
creature.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does specify creature.
Also, I don't know if an Eldritch Blast would just break it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's likely. I think the javelin is much stronger than my cantrip, but it's not going to work anyway because of the creature issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Doesn't
I'm out of
matter.
rope, but I can definitely lend you some pitons if you need them.
I think I can take some and use those. I'll do my best. Just be ready to catch me in case I fall.
Darien, be ready to catch her in case she falls.
Okay, so you're gonna what? Try to climb one of the walls to the side up to the ceiling, and then go from that side on the ceiling to where the javelin is.
Gonna try.
Okay. How many pitons do you have, and how much rope do you have?
Spider elf.
I don't know if we have much of, if any, rope. But I haven't used any of the pitons from the Dungeoneers pack, I believe.
Yeah. We're probably good on pitons, but how much rope do we have?
Well, I know we used a bunch to get down the mountain like forever ago.
Right.
And I don't know.
Right,
I
and
don't think we reclaimed it since then.
I've still got like 48 feet.
Okay, that's some.
Well, if it's 40
Hathol-
feet up, 48 feet should hopefully be good to get me up.
Not if you're trying to secure around each of your
That's
piton
true.
locations.
That's true.
Hathol, do you have any rope?
That.
Because remember, you go 40 feet up, and then you have to go over, right?
This might
Oh,
be a
because it's on
lost
the
cause.
ceiling, right?
It's on the ceiling.
Yeah.
We might have lost the javelin.
I will dynamite that fucker if I need to.
Please don't.
Oh right, I can't.
Oh, and you were
blast it.
you were yelling at him for crumbling the ceiling
Double
with a
freaking
fucking
standard
force
Ignis.
blast. Get out of here.
Hypocrisy.
I mean, you can try to do this with just the pitons if you want, depending on how many you have.
Well, hold on. We got how much rope? You said 48 feet.
Yep. You
Think
want
we'd
to try
be
and
able to
lasso it?
it?
40-foot lasso throw straight up.
Yeah, easy.
Yes.
I'm gonna say no. You're not gonna be able to do that.
I'll roll a 100, a D100.
With a DC of 100.
yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Can't believe you have a magical javelin that won't come back to you. Damn.
I mean, maybe we just don't know the code word.
Here, boy. Here, boy.
Mjolnir?
Say Gungnir backwards.
To answer your question, Rel, I just double checked. I don't have any rope.
Ah.
I have a
Okay.
scholar's pack, so I can write you a lovely letter, but
I can write you a lovely letter. Oh my god.
You know?
Darien whispers under his breath, Rinnyug.
A low rumble happened. No.
It was
Nothing
worth a
happens.
try.
Nothing happens.
Well, you can always just go, boy, and then
Boy.
I I mean, yeah. What do you guys want to go get it? There's other stuff
It
to do in
might
this
be a
room.
lost cause.
Well,
Well, let's put a pin in that.
yeah. All right.
Potentially
Can I?
try and figure out the monolith
Well,
here with the orb in it. You know,
yeah.
we kind of came through that door for a reason.
While you guys do that, I do want to investigate the rest of the room.
Yeah, and I'm
And
gonna
see
try to
what's here.
reclaim some of my arrows that I knocked in that battle, if they're available.
Okay.
Darien,
so
come look at the monolith with me.
So Ignis, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Oh, I can't move it away from there. Okay, fine. Be like that.
Ooh.
Oh,
He knows everything about this room.
you don't need to investigate that obelisk, Hathol.
He built this room, damn it.
So in the room, there's the monolith. There is the writing on the monolith. There is the some kind of orb at the top of it, kind of forward facing. There's a hole in the opposite end of the room. There are 4 pillars that surround the monolith about 20 paces off at squares to it, where there's these small steps up onto the dais. And there's a javelin and lodged into the ceiling. The rest of the room seems to be just plain stone. The same like kind of red stone blocks make up the floor as does the walls, and that's about all you find, other than some of the corpse parts of the monster that you'd already claimed.
Lovely. All right. So how high up is that orb?
The monolith itself is about 10 feet tall, and it sits probably at like the 8 to 9 foot mark.
All right. Is it doing anything?
It is sitting there. It shines this kind of white, misty light and exudes this white mist, much like the monster's eyeball did.
Interesting. I don't know if I would recommend touching that. Kind of want to.
Well, if we can figure out the writing on it, perhaps we'll understand whether or not we can touch it. We came here for a relic. It looks like it could be a relic, but you know, we should investigate first.
Can anyone read it?
Well, I know.
So
I
Darien
can't.
and Hathol, you've made your way over to the obelisk. You see you see the scratching that Hathol points to you. It doesn't. It's nothing that you recognize. There's a prick in the back of your head as the dwarven lord Darien kind of has a spark of recognition, but he doesn't say anything.
I don't believe I've encountered this before.
Quick, hit the monolith with your hammer.
Do any of the runes match up with what's on the object that the hobgoblins gave us?
What object do they give you?
The sandworm.
The thumper.
thing?
The sandworm
totem?
thing.
I like thumper better.
Sure. Yeah. You pull out the little Gajrani and you take a look at it. Hathol, you read it, and it's druidic runes of the hobgoblins. It's not in like, you don't understand what they're saying because it's outside your magical purview, but it does read as hobgoblin.
Oh, the writing on the thumper reads as hobgoblin.
Correct.
What does it say?
You don't know because it's outside of your like magical purview.
Okay, yeah.
Right, but it is distinctly hobgoblin runes.
Okay. Whereas the monolith is distinctly not hobgoblin runes, or
Not that you recognize.
okay. With my researcher knowledge, would I know how to translate these runes, or how to figure out what?
There's
language
probably a library somewhere that has books of various rune types and spacings and things like that you would be able to match up to this if you maybe like had a copy of it with you or something. I mean, for you, if you were going to do research on this later, it's hard to move a monolith to a library, but it's easy to write down what the monolith says and take that.
Yeah, I could use my scholarly equipment to copy down the
indeed.
runes. I shall do
Absolutely.
that.
You can make an etching.
So
yeah,
what a great idea.
you make like you do some writing down, and you like mark it like, oh, this is the forward side, and you have like, oh, this is where the relic was, and it says this on this side, on the right, on the back, on the last side, and you kind of take down what the runes look like.
Okay.
So is this monolith what Hathol was looking for? Or I guess I'll ask Hathol. So
okay, yeah.
no, I was just asking. This isn't distinctly hobgoblin. Is this what you were searching for?
Quite possibly. I'm surprised to find something clearly not hobgoblin buried deep within the most sacred place within the most sacred place that the hobgoblins have. Do I currently, has anything changed with the whole pulling Dravani guiding in my chest thing?
No, none of that has technically none of that has changed. Remember, whenever you had walked into the tomb itself, it had died.
Yeah, okay.
Like it had disappeared.
Okay.
But what's in front of you, you haven't necessarily investigated anything. So like, for what I'm waiting for is a roll, right? I'm waiting for some kind of like, I want to investigate the whatever the light thing is. I want to know what that is.
I want to investigate. That's the thing I'm interested in. The shiny.
Yeah.
As a man of science, I will help.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check.
I'm just going to turn to Ignas. Don't you dare touch it. Oh, wait. It's 3 times your height up.
Me touch it?
Right. So it's a little
it.
bit, it's taller than you, right? So you're going to need a little bit of a boost, or like find a loose stone somewhere that you can move to stand on it, to be able to get up there and kind of see what's going on.
Okay. I shall look around for something to stand on then.
Yeah, there's from where the wall had been knocked in, there's plenty of these like stone bricks that are just laying on the ground. They're not like normal brick size. They're like slabs. And if you take some time and stack some up, you could do that, or put a gnome on a ladder or something. Put them on your shoulders, or any of those things.
I'm very reluctant to let Ignas get too close to the thing.
What? I'm not going to touch it.
That's
touch the obviously. You know what? Actually, no. That's a good idea. You should put me on your shoulders. I will investigate it without touching it, and I can figure out what it is. As long as you can hold me for about 10 minutes.
Only if it's not religious/magical, because then you'll be well out of your depth.
No, I can figure it out if it's magic.
You'd still be able to cast Identify on it.
Yeah.
Okay, hop on my shoulders, buddy.
All right, let's science the shit out of this.
So standing on your shoulders, and you're kind of like
roll
teetering
my
against
eyes
it or whatever.
Cynically.
You get up to as of a height with the orb itself. It doesn't seem to be solidly in the slot. It just seems to be kind of resting there gently. It's roughly the size of about 2 human fists together, and there seem to be runic markings or etchings on the orb itself. It's somewhat translucent, and as you get closer to it, you notice it's not just white, but it has a bluish tint to it as well. It seems crystalline in nature.
Can I perform the Identify ritual without actually touching it or removing it?
No. You're gonna need to like actually identify it.
All right. So you said it was an Arcana check?
Yes, if you would like to figure out what some more about it. I've given you kind of like a physical thing because you're up there eye to eye with it.
Right.
But like if you're gonna make an Arcana check like with those runes that are on it or something like that, yeah, you can do that.
Give it a shot. Wait, my normal. Okay.
It's an orb that is visibly and you can feel it physically exuding magical energy.
All right. Well, I won't be able to figure out what it is or what it does unless we remove it. I'm not 100% confident that removing it won't horribly kill us all, or even touching it. What do you want to do? 'Cause I'm pretty sure this is not my magical relic that my god has ordered me to find.
Well, if you help me move one of these large slabs of rock into place, I'm happy to climb up there and take it down myself while you guys hide at a safe distance.
I'm okay with that.
Sure. So Darien, do you help out and move some rock?
Yeah.
All right. Miara, I
Give
assume
him
you're
a
just
hand.
standing to the side, kind of just like cradling a small gnome child, just watching the shenanigans.
I'm gonna lay her next to Balmiar and leave him with babysitting duty for a moment, because
Okay.
he just to keep an eye out, because she's not doing anything,
Nope.
and I'm gonna help out over there.
Yeah, so you move some slabs of rock in a way that seems stable enough where Hathol can stand on top of it and take a look for himself at whatever this is.
All right. Well, good luck. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
hide behind
Brent,
this pillar here.
retreat to a safe distance. You have come far enough on this journey with me, and I will take this step by myself.
You got it. Yeah. And I'll just be back by the beholder, kind of behind the wall, still able to see, but with a nice solid wall I can lay my back against if that thing explodes.
Do you move your sister?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna ask Miara to also carry.
I'm just asking before anything terrible happens here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll ask Miara to also move herself and my sister behind cover.
Yeah, I think at this point we're all going behind cover.
Excellent. All right, Hathol, you're left, kind of with no eyes on you. You step
Oh no,
up.
I can see him.
Okay, you step up onto the little stool that they've given you made out of these rocks, and you come face to face with this kind of 2 fist-sized white crystalline, like the center's a little bit blue orb that is exuding this white mist. You can feel magical energy coming off of it, and you can see similar markings to that on the monolith itself, etched into the crystalline structure.
Okay. Can I do, before I touch it, can I do a check like Ignas did?
Absolutely, make
See
an
if I
Arcana
can-
check. 20. This is definitely a magical item. More than likely, with the amount of magical energy pouring off of it, the monster that was in here had been just feasting on that just aura of magic. Whatever it does here, it seems to be just like a well of deep magical energy. And so you're not super sure what it does or what it's doing here, but you do get the sense that this is an incredibly powerful magical item.
Getting the distinct impression that this is indeed what Hathol has been searching for all this time, I will pick up the orb.
Yeah. So you see that it's not set. It's hard to kind of pull it out, but you take like a small knife and you can kind of pop the orb out if you'd like.
Yeah.
So you do so, and it floop, kind of falls into your hands, and you're holding this white, bluish orb of light as it kind of exudes this white mist. As it falls into your hand, you feel like a breeze like wash over your body, and you kind of feel your hair get blown a little bit, and you feel calm. Your mind and your body and like your very center just feels like it's sitting on a hill, just letting the breeze wash over it. As you take that in, a rumble kind of starts from the ground, and all of you can feel that there's like this shaking, and for about 10 seconds it becomes more and more violent and then stops. And those of you that are watching the monolith itself and Hathol hold it, you see that each of the runes from the top to the bottom alight and then go dim all the way down to the bottom.
All for getting the hell out of here?
Yeah, I think we should
I'm
leave.
in.
Yes.
Let's go. I have what I came for. We must leave now.
Or are we going out through the traps, or are we going out through the giant wormhole?
Well, we know where the traps are already, so I'm assuming we can get past them pretty quickly.
Yeah, so you guys kind of make your way out of the relic room and back into the anteroom. Do you leave the door open behind you?
Can
no.
we close it?
Yeah, I mean you can force it closed if
How
you'd like.
fast can we close it?
Well, the sword itself is still left in the door. I mean, you can remove that and see what
Okay.
happens.
Okay, Darien, could you try removing the sword and perhaps it'll close?
Oh, I assumed I was carrying Tess. Yeah,
I thought
can-
Miara was.
Yeah.
Oh, you still have her? Okay.
I guess I
okay.
still have her. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, I'll remove the.
I'll play mom for a while.
I think I thought I will take Tessie and never said it.
Said it. No.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll.
So you go to remove the sword.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So you make me an athletics check.
Oh, I'll try. Hey, I did it.
Yeah. So with some effort, you're able to slowly remove the sword. It feels like every effort made to move the sword in any particular direction is directly opposed by some unseen, like, magical wind. But you are able to remove it from the thing, and as you do so, the doors themselves begin to shut back to their regular mural state.
Well, so much for getting the javelin.
We have a sword in place of it.
Well, it's from I would assume we're gonna return the sword to where we got it.
Yeah, I would recommend.
All right, fine.
I mean, don't forget
Darien-
the sword was notoriously unreliable when we tried to actually wield it.
Yeah. Darien, I'm going to get you some real javelins.
Okay, my lord.
Yeah, so as you guys walk out of the anteroom area and back over to where the giant swinging scythes were, they're not there. Seemingly have been retreated back into their original placements. They're gone. Just the bodies of the hobgoblin corpses remain strewn about the ground.
I don't suppose the relic acted as a power source?
Your guess is as good as mine, brother.
Whatever it is, we have to get out of here as soon as possible.
I suggest we still
Before
do
the
belly
doors
crawl.
close.
I suggest we do the belly crawl here, just in case they come swinging down again.
Not opposed to that.
Not opposed.
All right,
Not opposed.
Belly crawl across the room.
Hathol, where have you are you still holding the relic, or have you put it somewhere?
No, it's still in my hand.
Okay, so it's a bit unwieldy to crawl with this because it's
Okay.
like it's bigger than your hands.
You could just give
okay.
it to me. I'll put it in the bag of holding.
So it's like this size, like so you can. It's like trying to palm a basketball while crawling.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Easy.
It'll fit in my pack, though, right?
Yeah, I mean you could shove some stuff around and probably make some space
Yeah.
in there.
'Cause I'm
It kind
not-
of looks a little weird, like it's a little bulbous on the back
Yeah.
now. Your pack is, but
like when you have,
you
like
can-
when you have a satchel that is like bulging because you can't close it properly.
Yeah,
Just
it's like
bolt
you-
it. Just
you
bolt
put like a small watermelon into your
Just,
bag that's already
I'm
a little
not
bit too
handing
full.
the thing over to Ignas. That's all I'm sure of right now.
Oh, like I want your crazy glow orb of doom.
Sure,
All right, put it in my pack, and then I'll belly crawl.
absolutely. Yeah, you guys kind of crawl across the floor. Nothing seems to happen. You come to the other side where you know that it's clear and good, fine.
Keep
So you
moving
kind of
on.
make your way out again through the main tomb area, avoiding all the known trap areas that you've come across, and leaving the bodies of the hobgoblins behind. You come back to the first entry hall, where the sword was drawn from the trader's sheath at the entrance.
Can I check and see?
So
If...
One at a time.
I was just gonna put the sword in the sheath.
Hmm.
And I
Okay.
wanted to check and see if the entrance was still open.
You can see some of like daylight at the end of this hallway coming in through the entrance of the the tomb itself.
Okay.
Yeah, Darien.
Can I check to see if there's been any footprints besides ours?
Go ahead and roll investigation. Darien, you want to put the sword back? Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dang.
So Darien, with some effort, you're able to resheath the sword. As you force it inwards, like this jet of rushing air is like backfilled out at you from inside the sheath itself, blowing your hair backwards as you shove the sword into its resting place. Making an investigation here, it's stone floor. I mean, it's not really like conducive to finding footprints. You find some of the old blood trails from before where those hobgoblins were towards the back of the room, but there's not like blatant footprints. You see kind of a mess of footprints where you guys have kind of come backwards and forwards to like go get the sword and come inside, and like the mess of the mess of hobgoblin, or not a hobgoblin, gnoll footprints from prior, but it's not hard, or it's not easy to see that there's not like mud on the ground that's caked on to find footprints, you know what I mean? It's mostly stone floor.
All right. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't anyone following us or had come in after us and was lying in wait for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, okay, so you guys walk outside into what would be like the midday sun. And as your eyes are slowly becoming adjusted to the brightness of the light around you, Ignas, you notice that there's some stuff up on the ridges. There seems to be humanoids. And as Miera, you kind of get the sun adjusted from your dark vision. You also see that in front of you, there seems to be veiled, armed and armored hobgoblins standing semicircled around you as you exit the tomb. And though there are still more with bows, arrows, and javelins all at the ready up on the red rocks around you, and you have been completely surrounded.
Huh.
Interesting.
Everybody stay calm.
I think for right now, this will be an easy place for us to take our first break. So we will start part 2 in about 3 to 5 minutes, everyone. So thank you for joining us for our first part of episode 40 of DieFall: The Aspects. We will be right back after a short break.
Woohoo!